You know when you're doing a year reflection and you just remember some of the things you went through and you're like, Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, hi, thanks for coming back. And I hope you brought a friend with you. Please share my videos. Let's start there. May you please share my videos. Also, thank you guys so much for 500 subscribers. I really appreciate it. Like 500 of you take your time out of your day to come and listen to what I have to say. Thank you so much. It means a lot. That push. I appreciate the support. And I know it's quite shocking because welcome back to my channel after a week. Hey! What did I say about consistency? I'm like, this is my last video of the year. Honestly, I'm tired. And I know people are probably like, what are you tired of? You haven't been uploading. Girl, I'm finished, okay? This year drained me, and that's what we're going to unpack today. We're going to unpack 2022 as a whole. We're going to unpack year-end fatigue. We're just going to unpack so many things that happened during the year. But this year was rough, okay? This year was unkind to a lot of us, and it's honestly so sad. And I don't want it to come off as if like I don't appreciate or I'm not appreciative, but in most parts of the year I just felt like being alive was such a cumbersome activity. And I don't mean to say like I'm not appreciative of the gift of life. Like, no, thank the Heavenly Father, I'm still alive, I'm rocking, and I'm gonna be better. But the character development, this year's character development was real. It was humbling. Personally, me, I fought to get to where I am, and it's so sad. The character development this year was so insane. It was so overwhelming, and I was just like, girl, what you mean by that? Like, why are we going through this? Like, what is this? And it's just like so many trials and tribulations, so many tests, so many life-changing moments, so many losses, so many dudes, like, and it's so hard not to be appreciative because you're gonna cry because you lost, and then you're gonna be you're gonna rejoice again because you gained, and it's like, where exactly am I? Like, I learned quite a lot about myself, and 2022, oh my dear, can this year end? Can this year end? Like just reflecting on the year, like, dudes, I don't even, do you know when you go through something traumatic and then your brain forces you to forget? That is it. Like, I don't remember what happened in January at all. February. You know what? For the first half of the year, I thought I was cruising. Let me not lie. I thought I was kicking it. I thought I was, I didn't know nothing. I was clueless. I didn't know anything. And I was just living in delusion for the first half of the year, honestly, when I look back. The second half, however, it was like, I will girl, wake the hell up, come back to reality. Like, are you a real person? When I start off by talking about like setting boundaries, it was so hard to implement. I think setting boundaries is generally a difficult thing, and I guess it depends on the people that you're interacting with. But this year, it literally taught me how to set and implement my boundaries. The disrespect was skyrocketing out the roof, because what do you mean? And I think setting boundaries is like so difficult because you're gonna come and you're gonna have a relationship or friendship with somebody for 5 years, and then all of a sudden you discover who you are. All of a sudden you discover who you are and what you want and what you're not gonna allow, and then you have to implement and set those boundaries with the people that you surround yourself with. And most people are not gonna be accepting or understanding of that, and that sucks, and it sucks quite a lot, because you're like, but if you respect me, why aren't you going to be understanding of where I'm coming from, of what I don't want you to do, of what line I don't want you to cross? Like, why are you not going to respect me in that aspect? And it's like, setting boundaries and implementing them was so hard, and it's something that is like a continual learning process, because you just never stop learning. And I think more than anything this year, I learned not to allow myself to be in spaces where I don't feel wanted or appreciated, or spaces that make me feel uncomfortable. I think the people that you surround yourself say a lot and should speak a lot about who you are as a person. They should be respectful of who you are and the decisions you decide to make for yourself as a person. And like, and stuff like that, because those are the people that experience you the most. Those are that experience you more than anybody else does. And if they don't respect that, then what? Like, I just learned that, like, I'm just not gonna do anything that doesn't speak to me, resonate with me, sit well with me, because I'm trying to make the next person happy and all of that stuff. I'm learning myself. I think this year my biggest wake-up call was to learn who I am, what makes me happy, what do I want for myself. And it's really hard, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's really, really difficult having to navigate that space. Also, the biggest lesson I learned this year was compromise. Yo! Guys, that is my least favorite word in the English vocabulary. Compromise. I don't do compromising, I do accommodating, because I'm a strong believer, a firm believer that compromising comes with suffering. Don't compromise on things that you normally wouldn't compromise on, because you think, oh, okay, maybe this person deserves a free pass on this, or okay, maybe I'm just giving this person. Guys, don't give anybody the benefit of the doubt. They are not worth it, especially men. Just leave men alone as a gender. Just leave people alone as a whole. One person does something that doesn't resonate with you, that doesn't serve you, keep it pushing. You know where the door is, because it's you that's going to be suffering at the end. It's your peace that's going to be compromised at the end. And it's just like, now what? Don't cross no boundaries, or give anybody the free pass because, oh, you think they're bigger than your boundary, or you think that they're better than someone else, or they're deserving, or okay, this person experienced me when not. Don't do that. Don't do that. Nobody is deserving of you to cut your boundaries off for, or not implement them fully because they are a specific type of person, or they hold a certain position in your life. Hell no. One other thing that moved me this year was losing people. And I don't necessarily mean losing people to death. I mean people leaving your life. And I get that, like, growth comes with a lot of shedding. You have to shed in order to grow. Like, but that was hard. That was so damn hard. Like, you see, mid-2022, that year rocked me. And you put yourself in a position where you try to think of, where did I go wrong? Where did I necessarily screw this person over? What did I do for this person to be like, okay, no, I don't want to be friends anymore? Yo, guys, I was in the gutter. When I tell you guys I was eating mud this whole year, I don't want to lie. So losing people, like, this year I just learned that it's okay. Like, I used to, like, there used to be a certain type of shame that comes with losing friends or people in general. And honestly, I would stay, my goodness, I would stay in situations that didn't please me because I didn't want to be the drama, or why am I losing people, or what. Like, I didn't want that stigma that was attached to losing people, making you the bad person. If it's time for people to walk, and I think I learned to accept that people are here for a season. Like, there's some people that are going to be there in your life permanently, and there's some people that are going to be there for a season. And the realization that you're holding on to somebody who only spoke to you in a certain season in your life because you don't know, or you're scared of what people are going to say. Oh my goodness. Therapy is going to be dramatic for you. It is going to be... Your therapist is going to eat up on that. Eat up on it. Literally just be there like... Before I came to the understanding that it's okay for people not to... For people not to be serving people in certain seasons in their life. Guys, I was crying, I was bawling, I was rolling on the ground, okay? Like, guys, just let go of people. That's all I'm gonna say. Just let people go. That's what I learned this year. Anybody that has to go should just go. Like, why are you holding on to that? Like, guys, no way. But you know what the upside of losing is? Gaining. I may have lost a friend of 5, 7 years, 10 years, whatever the case may be for you. But the people that God is going to put in your life are nothing compared to what you've lost. That's it. But like I was saying, like, you gain. In as much as you've lost, you gain quite a lot. This year was just a bit of a bumpy road, I'm not going to lie. I know that it sucks, and I know that you might be hearing it and it's like, okay, but I've been losing, but I'm not gaining. Pray over it. Guys, when I tell you that I prayed over my friendships this year, I'm in the best place. Literally, my friends are literally carrying me through. They carried me through this year. Please. They carried me through this year. Please, okay? I think I live by the quote that says that you haven't met half the people that you're supposed to meet, and you're yet to be loved and love a lot of people. Like, guys, you've been confined to Gaborone. you're here to explore yourself, you're here to explore different countries and all of that stuff, and you haven't met half the people that you're supposed to meet in your lifetime. And imagine how much love you're going to receive. Yeah, you're going to receive a lot of hate, but you're going to receive love too. Focus on the positive. I mean, keep it pushing, bro. This year, majority of the things that I went through was because I wasn't fully present in my relationship with God. Like, I was here and there, cha, and I was like, girl, the absence of God is manifesting in your life. Can you see it? And it only occurred to me like towards the end of the year, the strong urge and feeling to now fix my relationship with God, because I'm like, hey girl, you are going through. And I don't want it to sound as if like I'm only fixing my relationship with God because I'm going through. No, because I know that whatever season it is that I'm entering next requires me to be fully present in my relationship with God, to nurture it. And like, praying was so hard this year in the sense that like, praying requires patience. You need to have faith, and if your patience is thin and weary, I don't know what you're gonna do. You're gonna suffer like I did this year. You just need to stay strong, bro. Like, I think like also praying is difficult in the sense that when you pray, you don't necessarily you pray to God with the hopes of your heart's desires, but sometimes you have to come to the understanding and the acceptance of the fact that like your heart's desires are not what God has in plan for you. And a no is not necessarily a no forever. It may be because you're not ready to receive whatever it is that you're praying for. You're not prepared, or like it's just not supposed to be a part of your journey, and that's okay. And I think that's the one thing that I struggled with the most, because I remember I was having a conversation with my friend and I was like, you know what, I think in praying for your heart's desires, you need to keep in mind that whatever it is that your heart desires might not be the same as what God has in plan for you, and that's okay. You need to pray for the spirit of you need to pray for the strength to be able to deal when your heart's desires are not what God has in plan for you, because that's gonna hurt. Like, and I just see that happening in my life quite a lot. And sometimes you feel like God is not answering your prayers immediately, or maybe he's just like, I think you need to be patient with God because he knows what he wants for you. So yeah, I think that is it. Like, just nurture your relationship. If you're a believer, let me not impose my beliefs on people. What am I doing? But if you're a believer, nurture your relationship with God. That will literally carry you through. Like, one thing I should let you know is that God hears your prayers. He answers them. Even if it's not the answer that you're hoping you're looking for, God hears and he answers your prayers. That's literally it. Anyway, I don't know. I think that's about it. That's about what I wanted to talk about. That's my reflection of the year. This year was hard. It was exhausting. It showed me dust. I was going through it. I was eating mud majority of the time, but above all, I'm just literally grateful for the gift of life. I'm trying to be grateful, okay? But like, life just keeps hitting me one direction to the next direction. It just keeps pulling me. One time I'm hitting the left side, one time I'm in the middle, one time I'm cruising. Life is good. This year I said my biggest lesson was compromise, and I don't believe in compromise. That's my least favorite word in the English vocabulary, because compromise comes with suffering, and yeah, compromise comes with suffering. Don't compromise. Accommodate. And you don't accommodate things that don't speak to you. It's like living in a house. When visitors come, you select who you're gonna accommodate for the night, and don't tell me when I have Jack and Jill at your mother's house you're accommodating, because you will be lying. So take yourself as a household. Know whose spirit you're gonna allow. Know who you're gonna allow in your household. Know who you're gonna allow in your life. And yeah, choose what and what you're not gonna accommodate. My word for 2023, and in hopes of next year and next year's life, my word is intent. I need to be intentional with everything that I do. I think I first heard this word, it was either last year or beginning of this year, and it's very important to be intentional about what you do, because if you're intentional, you're able to hold yourself accountable for the things that you make, for the decisions that you make yourself promises, be intentional about those promises. You see, the same way you're bummed when this nigga says, oh, I promise that I'm gonna get you that, and then they don't get it. And be bummed when you promise yourself that you're gonna get up every day, film a YouTube video and upload it for Vlogmas, and then you don't. Make yourself promises, stick to those promises, and yeah, be intentional about everything that you're doing. Pray if if you believe. And you know, just I hope next year is kind to you guys. I hope next year treats you guys better. I hope you guys live a better life, live true to yourself, be honest with yourself about certain things, learn to let go and let God. Okay, learn to let go and let God if you're a believer. That's it from me to you. Thank you guys so much for 500 subscribers. I love you guys so much. 500, what's up? Halfway through to 1,000. Let's get there by February 2023. There's bigger and better things coming in Jan. This is my last video of the year. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for your support.